For the first time ever, BSG have put out an actual roadmap to the public of what they plan to do over the next few patches, so I figured I'd go over them. As always, if you like what I do here, hit the button and sub for more. I really appreciate it. I will prep you guys a little bit here by saying we could be in for the craziest couple months in the game's history between the new netcode restructure and all of the crazy stuff, the content, with that content patch, because it is a lot. And for anybody that is complaining on any of the videos of the last couple months, I can't stress this enough. This is genuinely, they're actually doing it. Hell, it's up on your screen right now. You can check it out for yourselves. Now, whether they actually completed it or not, sure, if you want to complain about that. Either way, we're going to see in the next couple months, especially when it comes to the tech stuff, but I digress. So we could be in for the craziest couple months that we've ever had in our Tarkov lives, or we could be in for the longest 6 to 8 months of our Tarkov lives, which is saying a lot, but take a look at this stuff and let me know what you guys think. I'll explain my reasoning at the end of the video. Initial elephant in the room here, there are no dates to this roadmap. It's only patches, but these patches are filled with the things that I see people constantly complaining about the most, so I figured you guys would be interested. So for patch 13.05, we have lots of fixes, including the flashlight fix finally. There's also going to be changes to the headset system, whatever that means, as well as AI voice line system. It sounds like it's going to be an update a lot about sound, and updates in general around the audio. Patch 13.1 is next, and it is a technical update. This sounds like the first real push through the new netcode restructure to me. A lot of changes to the tech and game, all around improving performance. In between 13.05 and 13.1, they show the transition to Unity 2021, so I'm not sure if that means it's coming in between the two patches. I assume it'll at least be in patch 13.1. Patch 13.1 here is, believe it or not, the big one. This is almost all of the new tech that we've been oogling over since the Tarkov TV a few weeks ago. Is it oogling or ogling? I don't know. Ogling. Oogling. Whatever you guys want to do. Potato, potato. Anyway, let's go over it here. Fundamental changes to the architecture of display and synchronization of players on the client and their connection to the server, including gradual increase in the number of players and bots in raid to 60. That's 60 players in a raid. They're going to try and do that. Looks like they're going to do it. Improving hit registration. Huge. Increasing in accuracy of positioning. That's all desync and stuff. Position matching of players on the server and the client. Again, that's all desync. Improving that. Noticeable increase in FPS in online raids. Reducing the chance of encountering the desynchronization with the server. Again, another big thing to desync. Network traffic optimization. Again, also hitting desync. New culling system on old locations. That's not seeing things that you shouldn't see. That's going to help with all the things I just mentioned, especially FPS. Optimizing RAM consumption, including elimination of possible memory leaks. That's a big one. Optimized rendering system for semi-transparent materials. I believe that's glass and stuff, which can definitely be a big problem for a lot of people. That sounds a lot like the netcode restructure, or at least the first part of the netcode restructure that Nikita was talking about during the Tarkov TV. So although it's very welcome, that is just a tech patch. A massive content patch will be coming with patch 14 here, where it's the Streets of Tarkov expansion we just talked about yesterday, the BTR on Streets, the new Streets boss, vaulting, armored plates, that's the new hitbox system as well. This change alone would completely change the fabric of combat in-game because of how bullets and shrapnel will find a way to get through to your torso. Pistols, submachine guns, shotguns, grenades, all will be significantly more effective if you know where to hit with them. I've been making videos on this feature alone for years talking about how it will change the game, so go check those out if you're interested. It's a lot. Kit presets, that's a full loadout preset. Weapon animations with interacting with cover, so that's going to be leaning and mounting your weapon. It's also going to be one of the weapons we're going to talk about in a second. That's probably going to be bipods as well. They've been talking about that for a long time. Left shoulder shooting, so that's being able to switch over to your left hand, I believe. Nikita just recently confirmed that that is coming, so I believe that's it. Hideout expansion, whatever that is actually. I don't know if that's just the animations or if they're going to be adding more to it. It seems like they are. Randomized loot containers, that's dynamic loot. Those weapon boxes are not going to be where you last left them on any of the maps. Rework of recoil mechanics of all weapon types. That is the full rework of recoil. Quick pistol transition, that's a skill, I believe. Suppressor durability, sound variations, subsonic ammunition. Obviously, we have subsonic already, but it just doesn't really work correctly. Seems like they're going to be making it work. Ammunition loading interface, that's going to be the animation of you actually single loading each bullet into your magazine while in raid. Personally, I've been interested in that because you're going to be able to actually see while you're loading ammunition in raid. Sight brightness adjustments, that's going to be for your optics, the crosshairs and the little optics and the red dots and all that stuff. You're going to be able to change the brightness of that. The UI interface rework, we've been seeing a little bit of that, and they showed us during the Tarkov TV. That's really cool. Quest rebalance, we'll see if that's XP or rewards or anything. I'm assuming that's going to be a lot of that stuff. Rebalance of levels, skill, and mastery. That could be very interesting, and I think it's going to lean towards whether we play this game more often in the middle game or late game, or maybe the late game is going to be as difficult as we've been expecting it to be. We'll see. Bipods and stabilizing firearms with cover. That's what I was talking about before. Choosing which body part to heal via hotkey. Love it. Helmet, flashlight. Also love it. Meds and food consumption upon double click. Can you not already do that? I guess you can't already do that. All right, interesting. The AK-12, and also along with the AK-12, there's going to be other weapons that shoot other calibers with that. It's like the AK-308, a 5.56 version, and a 5.45 version. The PKM, that is the one that I just did a video on the other day. That is the belt-fed Mosin, essentially. The RPD, that's a belt-fed as well. The SVT-40, I had a video coming up on that. That's the automatic actual Mosin. That thing is going to be insane. The 9A91, it's basically a smaller VSS. It shoots 9x39, as well as the GL40 becoming available for the SCAR. It's the underbarrel grenade launcher for the SCAR. And they specifically put other, so we'll see what that other is. I think that also includes lighthouse stuff around Lightkeeper, including new tasks and maybe some other surprises. We'll see what pops up with that. What I didn't see there is mines, because that Streets boss is supposed to have a bunch of mines around the car dealership on Streets, so we'll see if that pops up as well. TLDR, I think we're looking at 13.05 and 13.1 being the May patches, while 14 is something very different. I want to say the transition to Unity 21 as well as the tech involved with 13.1 would require a wipe, but I'm not certain. While patch 14 there screams wipe. That is definitely a wipe patch. My guess right now is that if we get 13.1 without a wipe by the end of May, we're looking at patch 14 dropping in June or July with a wipe. It makes sense that way to me, because I'm sure there will be bugs and issues that pop up with not only the transition to Unity 21, but with, of course, the netcode restructure. So maybe BSG are doing what I believe to be is the smart thing to do and get that out to us for testing before a wipe. Now, that is if it doesn't actually require a wipe. The other alternative is they do something they haven't done since Factory was the only map in the game, and that's wipe after just a couple months. So this is all speculation here, but based off of what I'm seeing here and without word from BSG, 13.1 looks like it will require a wipe, while 14 looks like enough content piled up to definitely warrant one as well. So I think it's completely possible that BSG just come out and tell us and say, hey, we need to do this. This is what you guys have all been looking for, but it's going to require a couple wipes in a row so that we can properly test this and do it the most effective way. Again, speculation. Haven't heard anything from BSG. That's just what I'm seeing here and what I'm thinking. Granted, this is if 13.1 actually needs a wipe. Again, it's possible that it doesn't, although I'm finding that hard to believe. The other possibility is that we get 13.1 with a wipe sometime soon, like within the next couple months, and this turns out to be an annual roadmap where BSG are planning to drop patch 14 in December as the New Year's wipe. I think that makes sense as well, but that's obviously going to be a very dry few months there, which we might need if there's going to be a lot of issues that pop up with 13.1. There's a lot of crazy new tech that's coming through. They are basically remaking the game. I hope people understand that. Actually, what am I saying? That's not basically, that they really are. They are remaking the game from its core. Either way, we know BSG are planning to drop a couple patches in the next month. So as always, follow me on Twitter or join the Discord for the minute-by-minute stuff, both linked below. We're also waiting to see what's going on with the events. It's possible a new event drops today or tomorrow, so you'll hear it here first if it does. As always, like the video if you did, sub for more, and comment what you think, especially with all this stuff. Massive props to BSG for doing this. We haven't gotten this in a long time, and it's really cool to see. But that's all for today, guys. Other channels for other games right here. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.